1, 2, 1, 2.
Perfect.
Okay.
So your new solo album is called Felt Better Alive. Does that mean you're doing well? How do you feel today?
I think like a lot of people, probably like yourself, you know, your moods can vary, even during one day, you know, ups and downs. But in answer to your question, today I feel all right. Actually, yeah, I've had a little bit of a sleep, a little bit of a siesta, which is sometimes dangerous to do when you have to perform, you know. But I feel good. I'm just on the road. This is how I live, how I've always lived, really. When I'm not at home, family's here, the dogs. Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Ed Belly watches telly in a Louisiana motel room, and he feels the ease in the tat and sleaze and neon midnight doom. You know that for so long, every song in his heart, in his head, when he fantasized, romanticized the lonesome life he led.
You change really your way of life.
What you're alluding to, you're talking to the fact that I don't take crack, take crack and heroin anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big change, actually. That was a big change. For the people around me, I think it was an important thing, you know? The people that love me and care for me, for them, it was the hard drugs. It was just impossible for them to really to feel any peace, you know what I mean? There's never any peace. There's too much drama, and I think they felt a negative energy. So I didn't really think that it was possible, but somehow the drugs seem to have been given the big elbow, you know, the hard drugs. So yeah, that was a big change. But addiction is just a strange thing, you know. It's an insidious thing. Even if you stop taking the drugs physically, you're always an addict, really, in your mind. Do you know what I mean? You never, I suppose it might be like having a person that you once loved that you can never see again, you know, because they're dead, or they won't answer the phone to you anymore, or for whatever reason. But part of you still sort of wonders how they are, and wondered if you'll ever smell that smell again.
It's easy to do that, to change and to be more quiet and to have a normal life on tour. It changes a lot.
I think I've always been quiet, you know? I mean, even in what people think of as wild days, there's always very brief moments of violence and drama, for me, how I see it, surrounded really by quite a lot of tranquility and calm. I mean, but no, it's not easy to change from the addiction. It's not easy, which is why I failed so many times before trying to do it, you know, trying to stop. If it was easy, then addiction wouldn't be the concern that it is to people or to society or to whoever's concerned about it, you know. If I could just take it, you know, once every couple of months and on a Sunday night and the baby was in bed and quietly watch a bit of TV, smoke it, you know, that'd be okay. But that's not how it works with addiction, you know. It ends up slowly taking over, like coming for you, and it will come for you and it will get you and it will find you. And it'll take all your possessions. Yeah. It'll take all your veins, it'll take all your money, definitely. And then it might take your family away from you as well, because you go to prison, doesn't it? So you take your liberty. And then what does it give you in return for all this?
today you want to represent a sort of fight against addiction. You want to explain, to make prevention about the problem of addiction.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do that sometimes in a general way, you know, to like start a movement and say I want to do this, but I think one-on-one, meeting individuals who might have problems, maybe need some help, maybe need to talk to someone who has been there and got out of the maze, even temporarily. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I do that as much as I can. I know I've worked in prisons and I've worked with young people. It's always about being one-on-one. You can't really do it as a sort of media profile. It doesn't work, people, unless you're actually looking someone in the face, you know. But I'd never think to tell anyone what to do. I mean, you know, the same time I wrote a song called Felt Better Alive, I wrote another song that night called Felt Better Dead, but I haven't I haven't played it to anybody yet. I didn't play it to my manager or my wife because they prefer the positive feeling. Yeah.
It's difficult to be positive.
It's not difficult to be positive. Sometimes it can take more strength to be kind and sincere than just to, you know, to be arrogant and cold. It is easy to love and it's easy to hate. It takes guts to be gentle and kind, you know, or to try and understand something properly. It's just, it's just easier just to tell yourself that you know what you know and that's all you need, you know. But some people aren't like that. Some people are curious, intelligent. A lot of people. I mean, human beings are curious, intelligent creatures, you know, who change their mind about many things. So.
Oh my, you did look dapper in your mother's old green scarf and your famous auntie offish trousers on, and you got slapped by that slapper. And how we laughed, but she laughed the loudest. Son, must have been 93.
Today, you are okay with 1 or 2 glasses of alcohol, or I don't know what your...
Well, I mean, the human, I don't know. I saw this doctor recently and she was telling me I have to stop cheese, I have to stop, it's like everything, you know. You start with the heroin, the crack, and then they come for this, the tobacco, the alcohol, the cheese, you know, the coffee, the additives, the preservatives, what's the thing they spray on the fruit to keep the flies from eating it? No, everything. The little bits of plastic now that's in everything. It's like, where do you stop? So yeah, I have a little bit of alcohol and a little bit of this and that, but you know, it's not. No.
It's quite.
Probably like yourself, you know, things in moderation, you know, it's normal. I can just have a couple of glasses. I can, like, sometimes I go 2 weeks with no alcohol, you know. I find it difficult though to do the live performances without drinking, you know, because people in the crowd, they're always giving you their drinks and, you know.
You have another addiction, you said cheese now.
Yeah, I do enjoy cheese, fuck, yeah. Too much.
Why?
Why? I don't know. I think we all love cheese, right?
You love life, definitely. You love life. You know, when we speak together 10 minutes, I say, yeah, you are very...
I do love life. There's so much joy to be had, and we've had the darkness, you know. We've been there. I mean, a lot of people are there right now, all over the world. You know, the bombs are falling, but they don't want to be. You know, it's a minority of people that are actually dropping those bombs. You know, unfortunately, people in power, most of us want to have joy with our family and eat cheese and dance, you know.
Very positive.
Maybe take a bit of heroin. No, I'm joking. You know what I mean, though. Like, seriously, I'm not saying, you know, I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that, but freedom is an important part of life as well. And People have to find their own journeys and find their own path. But there's so much joy to be had, and you don't need drugs to experience that joy. In fact, I work with people that I love. I make music with people I love. We love doing it. We're trying to make positive things for people. No, we want them to idolize us, man. You know what I mean? It's why we started doing it. You know, love us, worship us. No, but you know what I mean.
To warm my bones, 'cause I've had enough of the dreadful cold. From the flames of Piers Salome.
In a few weeks, your new album release.
I know. 16th of May. I'm really excited.
Of course.
I feel like it almost feels like my first album, really. Do you know? Because everything's so just a little bit clearer now and less paranoid and less less complicated, you know. That's another thing about addiction. Life becomes really complicated, like just the logistics of trying to find this, trying to find that, and you're in different towns and blah blah blah, and the quality, and it's like now it's just, you know,
it's okay with that.
All that's gone, because, you know, I wouldn't be able to do this interview, for example, you know.
And it's easier to make music?
It's not easy is the right word. I think it's easier. It's just different type of music, a different type of song. It's less insular, I think, now. Still reflective, but it's less specific about a certain type of feeling. You know, I'm exploring other ideas now, like singing about horses in Calvados region. You know, although I could have done that before. I don't know. Maybe it's easier to perform the music live. You know, because, as I say before, a lot of the time it'd be like, get on, get off, get the money, and get out. But now it's not like that, you know. Yeah.
What's your expectation for this new solo album?
I got no idea. It's very difficult in this time in the music industry, because people don't buy records anymore, and that's what we make, really. We don't make digital content. Well, I don't. I mean, my management try and do that all for me, but I don't even have a phone, so I'm not connected to, you know, I do it all by hand, and I believe in the vinyl or the DVD, the CD. I don't, or even the cassette. But so I'm hoping that it will, I don't know, number one would be the dream, but I'll be happy with a top 10. There you go. No.
We will see.
We'll see indeed.
Thanks so much.
All right.